get started. Sweet potato fries. Obviously you need a sweet potato. The older the yam gets, the sweeter it gets because its starches change into sugars over time, which is partly the reason why it's hard to get these crisp on the outside but soft on the inside. So this recipe I'm going to show you does exactly that. Super crispy on the outside and super soft on the inside. First thing you want to do, get a pot of cold water. We're going to season it with salt. So we can do about a teaspoon of salt. Now this is the secret. You need to do about a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda is the thing that is going to break down the outside of the sweet potato, which is what's going to make it super crispy. Put this on and we're going to bring this to a boil. Boil! Make sure it's washed, and we're going to start peeling. Peeling the yams. So you want to cut the ends off, get rid of that last little bit there, and cut this little bit, and cut this guy straight in half. We're going to want thick pieces, so cut down like this, so this big. Cut our yams, or sweet potatoes. For this recipe it's actually better if they're a little bit thicker, on the thicker side. What's going to happen is we're going to parboil these in the pot. We're not going to want to cook them all the way through, we just want to cook them enough to cook the outside. The baking soda cooks them in such a way that it's going to actually distort the outside and make it really mushy, and that's exactly what we want. We're going to be deep frying these fries. We're going to need a pot of oil. I like to use a wok for my oil just because it's wider, and the sides of the pan actually help to catch some of the splattering oil. Veg oil, but any high smoke point oil will do just fine. Turn this on to medium heat. You need the oil to come up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like the standard frying temp. I'm going to let that sit until we get the fries completely ready. Boiling! So now we're going to add our fries to the water. Remember, we don't want this fully cooked. When it comes up to a boil, turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 3 minutes. While the fries are cooking, we're going to make a slurry. A slurry is a mixture of water and cornstarch. 100 mils cornstarch, 100 mils of cold water. So it's been about 3 minutes. We want to make sure that the sweet potato is undercooked on the inside, but when you scrape away the outside, this is exactly what you want. You want this starchy sludge on the outside, and this is a result from the baking soda. I'm going to strain this, and we're going to add it to our cornstarch. Potatoes are part cooked now. We have our slurry. We're actually going to get the fries, and we're going to put them in here. So we actually need the sweet potatoes warm because the heat is going to activate the cornstarch to make this really, really thick. We're going to gently massage the fries in this mixture, and believe me, it's going to get thick. So check it out. Can you see how the slurry is now super thick? This is exactly what we want. So now they're pretty much ready for the fryer. We need a tray with a wire rack on top. Put this in the oven right away. Middle of the oven, we're going to set it to about 250. This is a holding temp for the fries to keep them nice and warm because we're going to have to fry in that. So when it comes to deep frying, very important that you get a thermometer. Thermometers are key when it comes to deep frying because you have to be precise with your temperatures. So we're looking for 350 at least. Right now, we're working our way up there. Okay, we are at 350. We are ready to go. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's coated in the cornstarch, and then we're going to go in. Nice and careful. All right. One by one. Not like that. Make sure that they don't stick to each other. And we're going to fry them until they're golden brown. Notice that there's less bubbles than when we first put them in. We're looking for a nice golden brown. We're going to get our tray that's in our oven, and we're going to put the fries onto the tray. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt. The salt helps to pull out the last bit of excess moisture, and then they're going to go into the oven. And batch number 2. A lot of people have been asking for this specific recipe, so try this out. It's super simple. I'm going to leave the recipe in the description down below. Key to this recipe is actually the baking soda that you cook the sweet potatoes in. It makes the outsides really smudgy, which allow it to actually merge with the cornstarch slurry. And then when it fries, it creates this coating on the outside that's super crispy and super delicious. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe and like and do all that crazy stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye! Can you hear that? Oh my god. It's like so gooey on the inside.